everybody. How's it going? Good evening. Oh, I see what's going on. Why does YouTube say Elgato? Give me a second. There you go. Yeah, sorry, my Elgato capture was being displayed. Hello, Shakia. My day is going well. Elgato. Uh, no. Hold on. Nope, you're good. It's gonna be the same. Wait, did I do uppercase or lowercase for the password? All lowercase. Same one as before. What's up, chicken sandwich? What's up, ducky? Hello, crafty. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? So we are doing more Valheim because we just cannot get enough of the game. I think we should have enough to have quite a few bronze bars by now. Because I basically spent a good chunk of the day before ending stream cooking up some copper and tin. Did you call me slacker sandwich? Yeah, the hardest part is waiting for the damn metal to cook. Oh. Ah. Yeah. Hey, Solar, how you doing? Hey, I think I've just about cooked up all of our metal. Also, sorry for the late stream, everybody. I was going to play Zelda, but I unfortunately made the realization that I have to choose between either my Stream Deck or my capture card. So I have to buy myself a USB-C hub. So that's awesome. Yeah, I gotta get a hubby. Shakia, this is called Valheim. Also, I'm sorry to hear that, Rogue. Oh, you guys cannot hear Beaver. I'm so sorry. Okay, how about now?
The man's trying to keep me down.
Yeah. It's in my nature, sorry.
I English.
Yeah. British and Scottish. That's quite a contradiction, eh?
Whoa, I got this pig on my ass.
There we go. All right, everything should be fine. All right. How's everyone doing tonight, other than people having sort of a rough day from what I can see?
Thank you for the share, if that was for me, Crafty. Ah!
So we currently have 32 tin and 35 copper.
I made it real far. I'm trying to find my way back to the... Hey!
Hi, Aki.
Thank you for following, Sharkbait.
It's no, the thing is I can't see your messages for some reason, Aki. Because I can see like when you share a video to me, but the videos
Thank you
aren't
so
loading.
much for that, Crafty. I really appreciate you. Wow! It's gonna eat me.
Talk bait. Ooh la ha.
Hey, Rogue. Hey, Sharkbait. You are always welcome here, my friend.
How you doing, Aki? TikTok Studio catch you live all night? Did you turn off TikTok Studio?
Oh, sleeping stream. Yeah.
Aki, are you
Everyone
doing
love-
sleeping streams? Oh, thank you, Crafty. Appreciate it.
Crafty's a legend.
You're the best.
Actual lovely person.
Oh, hey, this is awesome. So, also, a little update. I made a big update to the stream setup. Hey, thank you for the follow, Sharkbait. Welcome, welcome.
Hoo-ha!
Appreciate it. Thank you. I made an update to the stream. I'm now using StreamerBot instead of Mix It Up because StreamerBot has like a billion more things it can do, including running custom C# scripts. And I can also see the GIFs in the chat.
which is
awesome.
I was telling Slacker if he makes it too advanced, we'll be able to see when he's disappointed in us.
You can already see when I'm disappointed. I'm alright, Aki.
Yeah,
How are you?
In fine detail.
Oh, it's a 2-to-1 ratio. Well, I'll make as much bronze as we can then.
Do I even have any, or did I?
There's like 2 bars of it.
No, I don't have any for some reason. I must have brought it back and then come home. I then went back out, and then that's when my internet screwed up.
Yeah, because you kept disconnecting. You poor bastard.
Yeah.
Alright, we have 17 bronze now. It says you made it, which is wrong. I made it.
It's all me, Slacker.
But, how are you, Aki?
It's probably because I started the stack.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. What's up, Bob Chicken?
But, you know, my name's on it, so I did it.
You can't have it, though. Hey, welcome back, Shakia. No more hangman? Oh, sorry, Hello Kitty, I missed the beginning of it. What's the word for hangman?
We're doing Hangman again tonight.
Yeah, you want to play along? You guys all want to play along for some hangman? You Googled me, and I have a few. You have a few pics of me.
Ooh.
I mean, I would hope so. That means the SEO is working. Kinda tired. Adult life, right?
That's creepy.
As long as it's of my VTuber and not like magically of me, because there are no pictures of me. Like when I Google my real name, I do not come up, and that's the way I want it. Theme was juice. Okay, let me see. How many letters is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Space 1, 2, 3, 4.
There's probably pictures of me online.
Yeah, you guys should check out Aura. Like legitimately, I pay for Aura, and they wipe out any trace of me on the internet.
Oh no, I don't mind there being me on the internet.
The only thing that should be visible is my LinkedIn. Like if you search my real name, you'll find my LinkedIn.
I bless people with my beautiful face.
The way it should be. You kind of want to do that? Yeah, you should, Aki. And then eventually just make it so that the only thing that comes up when you search is your VTuber character. Okay, hit me with an O.
Hit me with your best shot.
Why don't you hit me with your best shot? Alright, are the pigs still mad at us?
No, I think they're good now.
Oh, hi, piggies. Oh, yeah, there you are.
Yeah. So they'll start, Oh, I just got...
Oh, I'm gonna name this one. You can name one, and I'll name one. Alright, who wants to name this boar? First name I see in quotation marks. I will name it that.
Using my things, Crafty. Do you want to name one, Crafty? Wilbur.
Okay, Greg.
Charlotte.
Okay.
Charlotte's Web.
Wilbur and
reference
Greg.
there. And there's a baby here too.
Well, there's a baby. There's two babies. Man, these
there's two
things.
babies here.
These things get busy. Hey, what's up? Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome.
Hell
Follows.
yeah.
Welcome, welcome. So there is an O. Okay, hit me with an A.
Rogue. That's so funny.
Beaver is a highly agile, rubber-tired, six-wheeled forestry harvester designed for efficient harvesting in dense thinning and varied rocky logging sites. Known for its robust structure, it utilizes a Ponzi C44 Plus parallel crane and is compatible with H5 or H6 harvester heads to handle both energy wood and sturdy stems, often powered by Mercedes-Benz MTU engine. When you search Beaver, that's what comes up? You know what? I'm not surprised. No way? Okay.
You know, I'm the one
Jay.
who's not being careful about my presence and nothing will show up. That's always the way it works.
Well, now that TikTok is owned by the American government, you guys should all be careful. Because it's just going to turn into one giant CIA psyop.
CIA.
Now, you know, I'm not going to feel bad for talking shit about TikTok now that it is owned by the fascist American government. So, I love my TikTok viewers, but I hate TikTok as a platform.
Here, you have the first set.
What are we making?
There you go. In there.
Oh, baby.
Oh,
I'm gonna be so
baby. And look, the bronze stuff looks sick too. Like I've seen it before.
Oh, baby. Look at me. I have the power. He-Man.
Someone did an AI. I saw it the other day. It was hilarious. It was a video of like He-Man doing the Sea Walk. But then someone was like, "It's the He Walk," and the chat just lost its fucking mind. Like
That's
in a good way.
Bloodshot Scott wants you to hydrate. Get to it, you thirsty bitch.
Hey, oh, sorry, Aki, I didn't see your gifts. I'm so sorry. Thank you. And also, thank you, Carla. Hello, Bummy. Thank you.
Okay.
Burrito? Is that what I am? Oh, hydrate, yes. I will hydrate.
I am.
We won't
I
cook
give you
Wilbur,
boy.
we'll just cook his children.
Yeah,
How you doing, Bummy?
the adults won't get cooked. Just those meddling kids.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Aki. Wait a minute, why is it? Oh, okay, there we go. I was wondering why it wasn't throwing things at me.
You watch, chat will make us not be able to eat them. We'll end up with 57 pigs in there or some shit.
We're gonna have to
Because we
kill
can
them at
make-
that point.
Yeah.
Because then it's just animal
Have
cruelty.
have so many pigs in this game that we can't actually load it up anymore.
It's gonna end up like Vine Sauce Joel's stream, where he was playing the San Andreas remake, and he drank so many sprunks that he ended up destroying his save because all of the cans they stayed loaded in the game. Oh my god, we got burnt food on the thing.
Oh, whoops! That's charcoal now.
But yeah, the cans stay loaded in the world, and he ended up just nuking his save because of that.
That's so funny.
Yeah, love that stuff.
Like, and when you start doing that as well, you know something's gonna happen. Like,
Yep. What letter? Okay, so we have just an O, right? Is that what we have so
gold,
far?
right? Have you seen the one where they do the mod where you in Minecraft where if you hit a block it clears the whole thing? So
What do you mean,
if
like
you
the
hit
entire chunk?
like a vein. So if you hit a vein, it does the
Oh.
whole vein in one go instead of doing it. But then someone actually hit the stone in a
Uh-huh.
cave, and the whole lot disappeared at once. All turned into blocks, and their like frames went to like 1 frame an hour.
You think the programmer would have checked for something like that? Like,
That's
maybe
funny.
we shouldn't make it so that the entire place gets nuked.
See, you say that, but I'm glad they didn't.
But no, because it's hilarious. You know what's cool though is Hightail natively has like the thing where you can chop down a tree and the entire tree comes down. Instead of like in Minecraft where you have to go block by block. Okay. How about you? And the word is impatient, kitty, not unpatient. Alright, Crafty, thanks for being here.
Hey,
Welcome
it's
back,
great
Chuck.
seeing you, Crafty. All right.
You have a good one, Crafty. Thanks for the follow. Welcome, welcome. There's also the full screen redeems. Those are free, but you have to go down to the bottom of my chat, and you'll see the little widget thingy, and you can do the full screen effects. A U, Hello Kitty, a U.
Give me a. Give me a.
I'm a U, a U.
Hey. We need 3 more bits of copper.
All right, that's easy peasy.
The last bit of my armor, and then we need to go collect stuff to make weapons with.
Hi ho, it's off to work I go.
Yeah, I'm just dropping some stuff before we do that because I'm full of shit.
Surprise box? What's in the surprise box?
There's a joke there.
Is that the joke? There's a joke in the surprise box? Wait.
Night Crafty. Big love, girl.
Wait.
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 What the fuck are we doing?
I don't know.
It's like borderline stimming.
Well, I like whenever I hear a word I like, I just repeat it.
I do that with songs. I'll literally listen to it over and over and over and over again when I find a song that tickles my fancy.
Okay, let's see, copper. I know there was some copper on here. So you
Don't get dog meat killed, no one will forgive you, Rogue.
Oh Jesus, I did not see all these guys. Do I have my weapon? I don't. Thank you, Aki.
What's up with you and forgetting your weapon?
Because I'm a massive weapon. Is there a troll here now? Yeah, there's a troll. Cool. Well, I guess I'm not cutting down or getting any copper right now.
That's right, we can do it. Stone.
What about an eye? What
An eye?
Eye, because we're playing Hangman, remember? What word are you trying to say, Aki?
Irritated? Invincible?
No, it's a juice.
Iguana.
Yo, what's up, Born Gaming? How you doing?
Hey, Born, what's up, man?
When you see the cat video on... Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, those silly kitties.
Silly kitties.
Silly kitty. Saw a video of a massive Maine Coon. Those freaking cats are, like, tiny little mountain lions.
My sister's got one.
I love them. They're really not good if you
Here you
have
go.
furniture
Here you
that
go.
you. Oh, thank you. They're not a good cat to have if you have furniture that you don't like getting destroyed. Other than
Yeah,
that, they're
good, Vaughn.
fantastic.
My day started out like average, and it's come right now, so I'm pretty happy about that. I got a weird. I'm starting my my fourth homebrew D&D campaign tomorrow. So this will be the fourth one I've made from scratch.
Let's see.
And what else have I been up to? I got a wedding on
Give me
Saturday.
one hint, Hello Kitty. One hint.
What about you, Born? What? Yes.
You got a main
Didn't
stream
even-
rogue? Yeah. I had
that's
one
cool.
when I was younger. Yeah, they're
I'm eating my muddy glass water.
those cats are like bred to destroy furniture. I don't know what it
So
is.
it's pretty worked out.
Like, you know, cats usually scratch things. Oh, I troll. Cats
Oh, I
typically
lost you.
scratch things because that's just how they are. But for some reason, Maine Coons are just more scratchy than other cats.
My sister's one has. Whoa!
It didn't have any stamina.
My sister's one has the extra thumb.
Oh, polydactyl. That's cute.
Yeah.
Small juice and it's good with no sugar. Small juice, good.
Woo! It's funny because we've actually kind of passed the need for troll leather now.
Okay, we left the door open and now Grayling's attacking our borders.
No!
Oh, don't worry, I'm boxing it to death.
Oh, very good.
Come on, you fuckwit.
Can't believe I don't have my fire arrows on me. I must have used them all.
I'll bash your fucking skull in, mate.
You doing alright, Born? That's friggin' awesome. Good or actually good alright, or just alright?
What's up, SKZ? How you doing?
My goal this year for streaming is to learn to be more attentive to chat. Because I'm the fucking worst at it.
Yeah, me too. I'm terrible at it. I'm sorry. Give me a K, Hello Kitty. Okay, that troll is just... Fallout 76? Heck yeah.
Man. I mean, when there was only 3.
What happened to the other 73 Fallouts? Hey, what's up, SKZ? Now you're on TikTok live.
Is Fallout 76 like worth playing?
With friends.
I'm not a big MMO dude, but like
It's barely an MMO. It's basically Fallout Online. That's about as far as I'll go with it. But
yeah,
it's more fun with friends. If you play it solo, you're not really gonna have any fun. But you know, your mileage may vary.
I don't know if it's just me being a weirdo, but like when I play those sorts of games, I like to be like the hero.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't play Skyrim because I want everyone to be the hero. I play Skyrim because I want to be the hero.
I'm the gosh darn hero. This is Valheim, SKZ.
Oh shit!
Say my name. You're the hero.
Oh,
You're goddamn right.
what's that off? I know that.
That's from Breaking Bad.
Oh, yeah.
Say my name. You're Heisenberg. Goddamn right.
It sounds more like a Duke Nukem fucking comment.
I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum. All out of ass.
Like, this one was always just the real off the cuff ones when he was like, dated a girl once.
Duke Nukem is definitely
What did he say? He's like, dated a girl once, she had a twin. My friends used to be like, how could you tell them apart? And I was like, well, Janet had was a brunette and had blue eyes, and James had a cock.
Bye, SKZ.
That's just the funniest shit. Hell yeah, people making friends in the chat. That's what we like.
Or the one that was the one Duke Nukem quote that somebody messed with, and I heard it in what the fuck is that game called? Gary's Mod. It always made me laugh every time I hear it. It's I'm here to chew ass and kick bubblegum. Okay.
All out of gum.
And
I had
I'm
to
all
kick
out
ass
of
and chew
gum.
bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum. So good.
I think we need to sleep because the Greylings are really starting to become a nuisance.
The Greylings are always a fucking nuisance. Alright, let's do this. Let's sleep. I'm gonna sleep so hard.
Hell yeah, it's time to take a nap.
It's been a long time actually. It's been a long time actually since I played a game that had a like a really good glitch out, you know?
Oh, I love games where there's massive glitches. Like
So funny.
the best one that me and my little brother used to do is because we played GTA 4 together. The entire game we played together, and we discovered the swing set glitch on accident because we were driving through the area with the swing set, and I think we were in like an ambulance or something, and we crashed into the swing set and it launched us. And so we're like, okay, fuck everything else in the game, we're doing just this. And so we tried every car we could find.
At GTA 5 Online, everyone could do that flying motorcycle trick. I could never fucking do it, eh?
Oh yeah, you have to like do it from an angle, and then you have to start like lifting, doing a wheelie basic. Now it's daytime. Just when I get home. Whatever. Anyway, thank you for the follow, Auntie.
Auntie? Yo.
Auntie.
Getting followed by the aunties.
Said the C word. Well, gonna hear a lot worse than that.
Someone complaining about me using the C word.
Yeah, they heard you say cock.
Oh, mate. I got some... If that gets to you, I got some words for you.
Okay, Aki.
Oh, 76 not cross-platform. You'd think something like that would be.
Bethesda. Them do anything right? Nah.
And this light, with my mismatched armor, kind of looks like I got huge cake. Hell yeah.
You're right, it does. Yo.
Got a big old donk.
Heyo. Why is our Viking all caked up?
Yeah.
All those Viking squats.
Gotta take on all that mining like on Zoolander.
Oh yeah. I love that movie. Bye,
So
SKZ.
good. It's because I saw Zoolander in the cinemas and I was far too young to get the humor, so I always thought it was a terrible movie. And then I rewatched it as like a teenager / young adult, and I was like, oh man, I didn't get any of this the
And you
first
know,
time around.
the other thing too is I'll never understand is when people criticize Ben Stiller's acting in that, or like Ben Stiller's acting in general. I've never understood that. I've always liked Ben Stiller.
So he's the same character in Zoolander and Dodgeball, but one's evil.
Oh god, I loved him in Dodgeball.
So good,
Nobody
right?
makes me bleed my own blood.
Oh, he was just so fantastic in Dodgeball. He kind of stole the show.
Yeah. But I think that was like a good juxtaposition to Vince Vaughn, you know, who is playing the
Right.
straight man.
Welcome
And
back
then-
from the ad break.
Then you have
If you hate ads, consider
Stiller
a
just
sub
being
or using your
ridiculous.
Twitch Prime.
and it's like, yeah, I can't hate him.
Yeah, it started popping up on my YouTube, like reactions to it from some of the reaction channels that I follow
Uh-huh.
a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, man, I forgot how good this movie is.
Yeah. And
Have you watched it? Have you watched it recently, Born? Because it would never make it past censorship these days.
Dodgeball? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I love Alan Tudyk as the pirate.
Catch you later, Rogue.
Bye, Rogue.
Yeah.
Have a good one, man.
Again. Oh, Patches O'Houlihan.
Dodge, dive, Duncan, dodge. Yeah, I saw that movie in theaters with my uncle, and we both died at that part. I mean, I was young, but I thought that was funny.
And out of the blue, when he's like, "Is it good for me to drink my own urine?" No, but it's sterile. and I like the taste."
and I like the taste. Hey, Knight Rider, how's it going? Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Yeah. Oh, good old Rip Torn.
He passed away, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, dumb. Yeah, that
Sad.
was.
Oh, pickaxe is broken, and I forgot to bring the other one. That's great.
So you could just build a workbench out here, and then repair it.
Well, I didn't think of that. And that troll is getting too close to our camp.
Oh, mine's broken too.
It's like, it's doing this thing where it's like wandering in circles, but those circles are starting to get a little close to our camp.
Too close for comfort.
Too close for comfort.
Let's take it out then. I'll make some flaming arrows because they're weak against fire.
Well, you can tell that this isn't. Hey, Born. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome.
Hell yeah!
But
Born's a good sport. I've been with him a few times in Crafty's.
are
stream.
you from Crafty? Awesome.
Yeah, he's a good sort, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I hope I can live up to your standards.
Where we're going, we don't need standards.
True.
I'm gonna go slay a troll.
You know, the thing is, in Norse mythology, or like not even just Norse, like Scandinavian mythology, don't trolls turn to stone in the daytime?
There's so yeah, trolls are actually small. Ogres are huge. Is it ogres or something like that? Yeah,
Ogres
trolls
are.
aren't big.
Well, the one thing I know though, and this might be more leaning towards, I want to say Icelandic or Norse? No, I mean not Norse, Norwegian. One of the mythologies of trolls is that they can get as big as mountains. Because there's this really, really cool movie. I mean, it's not for everybody because it's kind of an indie movie. I think it's called Troll Slayer, but it's from Norway, I believe. And yeah, it's about like these people that go off into the wilderness looking for trolls, and they're freaking massive.
The I like elves too. Elves and mythology are like they come into your camp and steal shit. They're not like the elegant, living forever elves that we know of.
Oh yeah, good old Tolkien changing that forever. Or
yeah, they're like tiny little things that sneak into like your camps and shit and steal your shit.
The ones I've always liked are brownies, where like all you gotta do is like leave out food and they'll like fix your shit for you. I'm like I like that.
I got nothing wrong with that.
Right?
All right, we need more.
I mean, hey, I've got some in-laws that'll do the same thing. Leave out food and they'll fix things for me.
Tell you what, you leave out food, I'll fix stuff for you.
Yo, leave me alone, dog. Go away.
Yo, dog.
Go away, troll. Oh, you knocked that. Oh, Jesus Christ. The tree. That log almost got me. Déjame en paz, por favor.
What did you say to me?
Leave me be.
Right. If that's not enough to kill him, then I don't know what is. Where is he?
Hey, if we want him to leave us alone, we can just tell him that we're ready for a commitment.
Okay. Take down,
Hey, come on, knock some more trees down. You're saving me a bunch of time. Come on, knock these fir trees down. Oh, you can't.
Fir trees are hard. Yeah, they're way hard. We have to get the next axe to do that.
I mean the troll. I'm trying to get him to knock him down. Come on, knock him down.
Where is he? I'm like near you and I can't. Oh, there he is.
You'll see it.
Blue.
I'm blue. Da ba dee da ba die.
Oh shit.
Da ba dee da ba die. Da ba dee da ba die.
I got a blue house with a blue window.
I am definitely tempting fate here.
Have I still got? I would tell you two more.
Hey, if we get this guy to deforest some more, maybe we can get the spirits of nature to come after him.
Does that work?
I don't know. I'm just imagining, like in mythology, you know, he's knocking down all these trees. Ah, what the hell? Thank you, Yuki. Thank you for the heart me. Appreciate you. Oh, it got launched.
I saw that.
He's freaking. Leave me alone. God, you guys are more annoying than the troll.
Dude. Your nickname is Dances with Trolls.
I'll take it. Skyrim belongs to the Nords.
Honestly,
I fought
and these
crabs harder than you.
trolls still aren't as annoying as the fucking ones on Skyrim.
Yeah, that's for sure. Honestly, though, the freaking Grey Dwarf was more annoying. Oh, now I can use this. Wait, hold on. Gotta start up.
Hold up.
Hi, Yuki. How you doing? I didn't have
But
voice mod open.
He wrecked those trees. Holy shit.
Yeah, this is no longer a forest. This is now a clearing. This is ruining my freaking thing. Okay,
Yeah.
it's gonna work. Dude, are you kidding me? Come on. The joke
What are
is
you doing?
way, way over, but I'm not gonna give up until I can do it. Voice mod is running. What are you talking about?
Gotta love streaming issues.
Wait, which one does it want me to open? This one?
Ba, 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 da, ba, da, ba, 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 da, ba, da, ba.
There we go. Now will it work? Okay, sure. Close it when I'm in the middle of it. Freaking rude.
I was about to fucking throw a spear at this bird, and it just disappeared in front of me.
You thought.
Oh, one of the pigs is growing up now. And there's 2 more piglets. Yeah, but I gotta be careful, because if I kill the wrong one, then I'll make everyone mad.
Come on, I just want to play a sound. I hate voice mods so much.
It's
Yeah, this is definitely not the voice mod I want to run. Whenever you download and install voice mod, it installs like 3 different versions for some reason. You heard me whispering, "Kill it." Yeah, we're getting ready to make
we need the
bacon.
butcher's knife, I think.
Yeah. Gotta do a bit of the old slaughtering. Did it change my? No, it didn't. Okay, there. Can I please play this sound now?
Knock it! Why can't I make the cake? What am I missing? Bones. Oh, I need 10.
There's a problem
Wow.
with my audio, really. Okay.
Is there a
well,
problem with your audio?
I guess I'm just gonna do sound stuff later, cause what's up, Darion? How you doing? Yeah, cause it's voice mod is just a piece of junk. Like, for some reason, every time I start it up, I have to redo all of the output settings. So forget it. I'm just not gonna use voice mod anymore. I'll just download the sounds directly to my computer. I'm doing good too, Darion. Thank you for asking. Glad to hear you're doing good.
Right, so we forgot what we were meant to be doing.
popper.
Yeah. I just realized.
Hey, we had to deal with that troll.
Scroll letter in here. Some feathers.
Okay, let's see. What am I able to eat now? Go. All right. Back to the mines. Went snowboarding a lot today. Oh, heck yeah. Where at? I'm guessing you live somewhere in the southeast. If you're mentioning getting a lot of snow.
Man, I wish we had lots of snow.
I do wish it snowed here in the winter. Though I've said this before, I don't think Californian drivers would survive it. They're terrible drivers even when conditions are perfect.
So you'd have to shut down our roads. There's really no such thing as straight roads in New Zealand. It's all windy and.
Well, yeah, because you guys got all those picturesque scenery. You got all the little winding roads around your like cliffs and stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Big ass hill near your house. Hey, that's how you do it. That's how you do it.
I can see the hills from like my door.
Are they alive?
With the sound of music.
Yeah. Do they have eyes?
I fucking hope not.
The hills are high with the sound of music. Okay, we gotta find the spawner for these gray dwarfs. I swear to God, they're annoying. It snows by you. The next day it's gone. Ooh. That's always the worst. Like where I used to live, it would snow like once every 5 years or so. But the snow was so sparse that it would be like little bits of snow and instantly turn into sleet. It was so terrible. Oh, what's up, Z? How you doing?
The one time it snowed and where I live, it was just sleet. It wasn't even real snow. So I just sleeted for like hours and covered everything in like that awful snow.
Yeah, the awful slushy crap. I hate that. You had a power outage for 4 days. You live in Texas?
You can get like all 7 seasons in one day here.
You guys have that same weather that we do here in the Midwest of the US?
While_10 wants you to hydrate. Get to it. Thirsty
Yeah,
bitch.
probably. I mean, it was raining earlier, then it went mild, now it's sunny. So.
Sorry, I was trying to say they have a saying in the Midwest: if you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes.
Huh.
But thank you for the hydrate. I wonder why Foxy calls you Huaybelon.
I live in New Zealand.
Gotta drop all this crap.
I'm just dropping rocks. I don't need them right now.
Ooh, this is a 1-star. Hell yeah. Get wrecked.
You in Mississippi, shark bait?
Ooh, Mississippi. No, I've never met anyone from there before.
I only count like that.
Gonna be 16 degrees. Oh man. Yeah, you
That's
guys
pretty.
got
Yeah, that's pretty mild.
Fahrenheit. You guys got a fern going through and making everything cold. You see, you gotta be nice to Fern.
Who's Fern?
She's a very temperamental girl. The storm is named Fern, the one that's going through and like freezing the southeast U.S. But Fern is also a character from Freerun.
Oh yeah. Picking up what you're putting down.
I think the coldest it gets here right now, because I live in the Bay Area of California. The coldest it's been getting here is like 40. So still pretty chilly, but not like 16 degrees cold. Okay, I think we're out of easily accessible copper deposits in the nearest.
I'm standing on one.
There. Watch out for the. Oh, you're here with me. Cool. There is a bear.
Bear?
You're from Pasadena. Ooh. I love Pasadena. Well, some parts of it. We go
Behind
there.
you.
Huh?
Behind you.
We go there every year for a art convention. And yeah, Pasadena is a really cool little place.
Is that a bird?
Yeah, it's a brew.
Maybe I should get out of this fucking hole then.
Be in the brute hole. I cannot dodge the poison.
Man.
Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome.
You're made of wood. Fire should do a lot of damage to you.
Right? You lived in the good part of Pasadena. Yeah, usually we're always near.
Oh, watch out.
Ah, this guy was waiting. We're always near the convention center. Oh my god, he's getting me right after my dodge. Always near the convention center. Or I already said that. Near the Lightbox Expo. So the really nice part of Pasadena.
My fucking bow. I need a bit of bow.
When do we get better bows?
We could probably make one shortly, to be honest, but I'm not 100% sure about it. All right. I don't live in the States, guys. So I can't join in this conversation.
It's okay. You can talk about some New Zealand stuff and we'll nod along. Hey, what's up, Tia? How you doing? What did you call me? Alright, I need to go repair my spear anyway, so I'm out of here. Shit, please
Yeah,
don't
I'll
die.
come with you. You should be okay.
Me and my Viking Dumpy need to get out of here.
Mine too. Dumpy!
What is that word you said, Tia?
Badonka-donk-donk.
Asrara?
I can't see the word.
In TikTok.
Oh, I found more copper.
Shame we can't
Oh,
like
boy.
mark it on our map.
You can mark it on the map.
I mean, like when we discover it, like it doesn't like auto like, oh, copper here.
Oh no.
Hello, T. What's up?
But yeah. Oh. Man, I can really hear these bastards.
Did
Coming
I
after
see
it.
them? Did I see what?
I have dumplings for dinner tonight.
Ooh, yeah. Your oh yeah, I did. They looked very cool. Did you do them yourself? Very nicely done. I liked that they looked kind of wintry, in my opinion. And now we should probably be able to sleep. Alright, you gray dwarves gotta go away. You cannot be near the camp.
Better
Oh,
run
wait.
in quickly then.
Go away. You're not wanted here. Skyrim belongs to the Nords.
Not in my playthrough.
Boars are pissed on your playthrough. Did you go with Imperial? You have a
Yeah.
winter birth.
The Nords were just like, I understand where they're coming from, but they were just a little bit too racist for my liking.
I mean, it's the Elder Scrolls. Everyone's racist. Play go play some Daggerfall. You'll
Yeah.
get called some choice words if you play as a dark elf.
Well, you know, realism and everything.
Well, within the context of Elder Scrolls slurs.
I need to put this in here.
Got a lot of random junk in all these chests.
Yeah, I've got to go through them.
Dun, 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 dun. You wanted to do as in Valentine's Day? Yeah, I'm gonna build my own chest because I don't even have a hammer. Oh boy. Do I have enough for a hammer? My ancestors are smiling on me, Imperial. Can you say the same?
Yes.
Anvils. Oh, we can make an anvil now?
Yeah, I think it brings the forge up to level 2.
Good, we need that. Can let me build more chests. Need the more chests.
More shit.
More chests. Gonna come brief.
Pants.
Put the hammer. Okay, so now it'll just be my pickaxes, my spear. Put the wood in here. Start putting everything else away.
One more bit of bronze.
Yeah, I have 18 copper. Let me go cook that. Hey, what's up, friendly? You knew Aki would be here? Well, of course. Aki knows where all the
Aki?
fun is.
Okay, and then The leggings. Next, we need 8 bits of bronze and 2 leather scraps and 10 wood to make better spears.
Do we have... Wait, how do we get leather scraps?
From boars. I'm pretty sure I have a bunch of it already.
What do you need me to get then?
We really just need to go out and look for tin and shit.
Tin? Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, because we got like 20 bits of copper in here.
Hi, Mr. Meeseeks, look at me.
Oh no. My ancestors are smiling at me.
I fought mud crabs tougher than you.
You know, I think would be really interesting though, if you were able to side with the Thalmor. I hate the Thalmor, but I think it'd be a fucking interesting story.
That I think in one of the Elder Scrolls you can, like one of the older ones.
Yeah.
Like you could straight up just side with literally anyone you want. Like Arena is insane. Like the things that you can do in Elder Scrolls Arena. The world is absolutely freaking massive. And it's just like, oh, I don't want to do the main quest. I'm just gonna go like summon Moloch Ball. But I think I'm really hoping that Bethesda's learned from past mistakes, and we all know that they likely haven't. But when Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, yeah, that's the sad but painful truth. They don't learn, because it's like Elder Scrolls 6 has the potential to be absolutely fantastic, but only if they learn from past mistakes.
Oh, look at me. Raw. Alright.
I'm looking for the teen.
For the team?
Teen.
Oh, I'm waddling around.
Thank you, Shark. Appreciate that. You must be careful using
waddle.
using Llama's seduction technique in here.
What?
You gotta watch for your Thunders. Okay, Tia. Have fun. Talk to you later. Have a nice day. Have a good night.
Got it. Damn it.
Still need to watch season 2. Oh, another troll.
Free in?
Yeah, free run. There's a baddie demon that people are like freaking out about.
Is there always a baddie demon that people are freaking out about?
Baddie as in she could get it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I mean, kinda. This is the first time. No, hi troll, hi troll, hi troll, hi troll. Oh, hey, thanks for breaking the tin for me, buddy. Very kind of you. Can you break this one for me?
You gotta tame trolls.
Oh, you can go fuck yourself.
Hi,
Hi, Chris. How you doing? I
All right.
complimented him.
He didn't want it.
I guess you're right. That'll teach me to give people unsolicited compliments. You made art on your account? Ooh, then I guess I gotta check. Well, I would check it out, except TikTok isn't loading anything for me right now because it's broken. Because the American government is more worried about front-loading it with propaganda than making it work. It's gonna turn into another Twitter.
You mean X?
I refuse to call it that.
That's why I said it, because I know.
I will dead name Twitter till the day I die.
I was thinking about doing a stream where of me just doing my D&D campaign and getting everyone to give me NPCs.
Ooh, hell yeah. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, I won't need it for the first one because they're gonna be fucked anyway.
We still
Which is
need
great.
to plan one, like a campaign to all of us to do on live.
I have 5 one I refused to play because one of the players died, so I've kind of just logged that one away. But I have 4 other full campaigns that are fully fleshed out, completely homebrew.
Sounds like fun. That's okay, Chris. Don't worry about it. Real life comes first. You're good.
Worry about it, Chris.
No. Ignore him.
I don't mean anything I say. I'm just an asshole.
What module do you usually play on?
I usually play 5e. But I'm actually everyone is on the fence about it. I actually fucking love the 2024 rules. Like, it's a breath of fresh air for melee character players. Yeah, because now the weapons and shit do they have their own little things. Like before, if you had a dagger, you could only attack once for like 1d4 damage. But now if you have a dagger in each hand, you gain nick, where you can use the second dagger as in your action. Which allows you to essentially attack twice with 2 daggers, but it's only a 1d8, so it's the same as every other weapon.
That sounds like a lot of... Oh, I found the spawner. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's great. And like longbows, if you hit an enemy with it, it like cuts their movement in half. Because if you get hit with an arrow, you're not going to keep charging forward at full speed.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Shoot him.
Yeah,
with a
cool little rules like that don't necessarily make a difference to everybody, but
oh god. Oh hey, the troll destroyed the thing for us. Thanks, troll.
what's that?
The spawner.
Man, this troll's a legend.
Yeah, first he mined some tin for me. The only thing is though, he smashed me into the ground. So, you know, I'm a little cross with him for that.
I mean, we can't have it all.
I guess so. You can't always get what you want.
I hate that saying because I want everything that I want.
I want it that way. And I got the whole hood throwing rocks at me right now.
you in the hood, bruh.
Yeah.
I'm in the hood, bruh.
Like, one of those hoods where they're not allowed to have guns. So they just have, like, improvised. Oh, hi, bear. Holy shit. Okay. I'm definitely getting out of here.
It's like in Korea where they're not allowed guns or anything like that, so everyone carries around like knives or like tools.
Yeah, Japan too. Okay, please, creators of this game, I beg you to put in a leash. This is a ridiculous. Aggro leash is desperately needed.
Yeah, because Slack is into that.
Only if you're paying. Tell
That's
me
fair.
why.
If you're good at something, never do it for free, right, Slacker?
Heartache. And that's exactly why I don't get paid to stream.
Rude.
Ain't nothing but a mistake. Now tell me why. I never wanna hear you say.
Slacker,
What's up?
what weapon do you want?
Well, currently I'm proficient with spears, so I think I'll just stick with that.
You want a spear?
Yeah.
Cool.
These God, they have followed me across the entire Black Forest. Please leave me be. Hello, God. How are you?
Oh, and I also need the leather.
Okay, we're back in the meadows. Are you gonna leave me alone now? No, okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. You see, I was gonna do that to you guys. You just went and turned it around on me.
You guys is?
Yeah, I'm trying to run them over with a log. But there's more of them than there are of me, so they're pushing it back.
Alright.
Walking the universe looking for interesting things. Well, you've stumbled upon
Alicia
the most
Perkins
interesting man
wants
in the
Slacker
universe.
to hydrate.
Oh,
Not me, by the way, Beaver. Hey, Alicia.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll hydrate. Hold on.
absolutely not.
Don't listen to him. He's just humble.
You know me long enough to know that's not true.
I also know myself well enough to know that it's not true.
I ain't humble.
Oh. Okay, let's go back in.
I wish I could hang these beer trophies up everywhere, just because
Right.
I'm a psychopath.
You know what they should do is like let us hang gray dwarf trophies from our belt, like in The Witcher. That way
Yeah,
the gray
hell yeah.
dwarfs leave us alone.
Actually, that'd be a real good way to like make it so an enemy, like if you put the greyling on your belt, everything but greylings will come after you. But if you put like a higher level of grey monster,
Like the
then
brute?
everything, yeah, but everything below it won't chase you.
Yeah, that's what we need right there.
That would be dope. Oh, was that you? It was not.
Open the
Hey,
gate, open the
Slacker,
gate,
where
open
are
the
you?
gate.
Here you go.
I'm home now. But
Here you go.
I brought the horde here. Yay.
Oh, I need my bow.
My sound still doesn't work. Alright, now that I'm behind closed doors, I can hydrate.
With doors wide open.
Ah, there you go. Thank you for the hydrate, Alicia. With arms wide open.
Oh, maybe I should eat something before we do this.
And you take me higher.
Where are they?
Bringing the party to you. They ran away as soon as I went behind closed doors. The thing is, I maybe the pig scared them off because the pigs aggroed and then they all ran away.
Those pigs are pretty tough. Like, they could definitely take out the grey dwarves and lower.
I wonder if we got like an army of pigs. to see if they could just like take out a troll or something. My hydration of choice right now is water. Usually I'll have a flavored water with me. Like I'm not one of those people that are like, ew, water, but you know, sometimes you get a little tired of water.
I'm drinking like caffeine.
It's too late for caffeine for me, unfortunately. If this was Friday night, then yeah, I'd be caffeining it up. Do we need the Grey Dwarf Shaman trophy?
So I'm not sure what for, but I'm guessing because it exists, we need it for something. Oh. There you go.
Usually add some Gatorade powder to yours. What I used to do when I was back in college, I used to add Crystal Light powder to my water. Because Crystal Light has like high electrolytes. So it usually made the water a little bit more hydrating.
Oh, I forgot to put the medals back because I'm overpowering shit.
Oh man. Oh yeah, did you walk through the troll war zone?
Yes.
Yeah. I have to walk around that spot because he knocked down so many trees and rocks. The moment you walk through, you're just instantly over encumbered.
Bringing the party to you.
Jarvis, clap his cheeks.
That's more of a vision move.
You have NWEA. Oh, you have state testing tomorrow? Oh boy, have fun with that.
One of my favorite parts is where Jarvis is talking about, not Jarvis, sorry, Vision, I guess, talking about how he can't make them trust him, and then he picks up fucking Milner.
Oh yeah.
And they're all like, oh, all right then.
I mean, it makes sense when you have a freaking Infinity Stone embedded in your head.
Oh yeah, he's fucking worthy as shit.
Yeah. The thing is though, it's like I really don't think they're ever. Oh, this is an interesting growth. I really don't think they're ever gonna top Captain America wielding Mjolnir.
No, probably not.
Or as I like to call it, Jonathan. You subbed to me on YouTube. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. I'm hoping to get the sub thing working so that I can see when people sub to YouTube.
Oh, behind you! Behind you!
Freaking troll. Alright, let's do this. Leroy Jenkins. Oh, and of course. I just can never fight you one-on-one, can I? You gotta bring the freaking Grey Dwarves. It's a bitch move, troll. You know that? And then there's this shaman that keeps healing everything.
I'm trying to kill everything.
Take out the shaman. Healer's down, boy. Oh shit. Mining all the copper for us.
That's why I was thinking of maybe leaving it for a little bit.
Yeah, it's just smashing all the copper. If I can roll away in time. Come on, do it again. Yep. I gotta take out that healer. Where the hell is it? You joined the Discord? Alright, Alicia. Sounds good. Bye, Chris. Have a good night. Break a leg on your testing.
But not really, though.
There's the heal. Well, I don't like saying good luck. I feel like it's bad luck to say good.
Did you die?
The frickin' troll whipped around and instantly did the frickin' ground pound thing. You said before that I can call you. Oh, Allie? Okay. Sorry, I think I might have missed that. But okay, I will call you Allie.
I got 2 arrows left, so I don't think I'm going to be any good for a little bit.
Nope, just gotta run back. Pancaked? Yeah. Pancakes!
Breakfast! Oh, there's another fucking healer around.
It's the one that's stuck in the copper thing. I couldn't get to him because I got instantly flattened. But how you been, Allie? How's things been? Okay, there's gotta be another spawner around here. Oh wait, no, you said nighttime they spawn regardless, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure nighttime they spawn regardless. Whoa.
Don't die, I'm coming.
Oh, no, we're good. I'm leading them your way.
I'm going for glory. Kind of
Flecker?
yucky storm. Aw. Is it all cold and snowy and icy for you too? It's there. Starting to get a little bit laggy, and that's making me nervous, so I'm gonna save. Last save was 30 minutes ago. Alright, there we go. Alright, you stupid troll, let's do this again.
Yeah.
I think it's also queuing up actions, which is annoying. Okay, healer's dead. Nope, there's one more healer.
No, there's one over by me. Oh, I'm dead. Holy shit. I need to pay more attention.
Okay, healer is dead. Ouch. Okay, this Grey Dwarf literally spawned out of nowhere. What gives, bro? Hey, thank you for the... Valheim looks fun. It is... It's fun, yeah.
It can be challenging, but yeah, it's pretty fun.
At the moment, it's a bit of a pain in the butt. Where did that healer come from? Bro! Oh my god. Hey, Chris. Thank you for the gift. Thank you for the heart me. Welcome, welcome.
Oh.
Appreciate it.
Cool.
Watch out, troll. You know, I'm just now realizing that he's not wearing a loincloth. He's really hairy. Oh my god, he always does that when I have no stamina. God, this guy's annoying. Gotta get my stamina up. potion, please. Where? It's you, Sharkbait? Oh, hey. Welcome, welcome, Sharkbait. Welcome to the TikTok side of things. Oi.
Where did my spear go?
Did you throw it by accident?
I've been throwing it at the troll and getting it because it does like 29 damage when I throw it. Oh, nothing.
On stamina. We gotta check on my skills. I haven't been raising any skills if there are any. Oh, I stunned him. Oh my god, every time. Every time. He does the freaking ground pound when I have no stamina. You're such a little bitch.
Bitch!
Yes, no, it's fun. I'm just making it look way harder than it actually is. As per is the usual.
Oh, did you get stuck in that? Yep.
Yeah, it's because the freaking, hold on, let me check my skills real quick. I'm gonna see if I can raise anything. 'Cause I swear it's like, it takes forever for stamina to regen.
I got stuck on the copper.
Did he get you?
Yeah. It's alright.
Oh, that's what they mean by skills.
I haven't raised a single skill either.
Oh shit, no, get out. A whole freaking horde of dwarves just invaded. Out, out.
Yeah, this is the,
Get out of my fucking house, you stupid dwarves. You're not invited.
Remember how I told you that horde's gonna show up eventually?
Oh man. Hey, thank you for the follow, Amethyst. Welcome, welcome. Stop moving. You ever just bare knuckle brawl a dwarf in the early morning?
Yeah.
Best way to start a day. Stay out.
You filthy animal.
Keep the change, you filthy animal. Oh, did they get you here?
Yeah, it's alright.
Man, they really want to kill our boars.
Oh, bro.
Okay, it's fine if I die here.
Keep forgetting to eat.
Call the pig. Well, the thing is, if they break through the pig pen, the pigs are gonna mess them up. Also, don't forget to use your IQ power. Oh, I just used it for you. Nice. Oh shit, they broke the thing. No, piggies are running around everywhere. Get back in your cages.
Hey, piggy.
boar loves you. My boar loves me. Thank you, Shark. I
Yay.
appreciate it. Piggies, come on, get back in your cage, please. Where's the hammer? Yeah, picky. Sweet. There we go. Okay, I got the fence. As soon as we get them back in, I can build the fence.
I don't even know how
Welcome
to.
back
Maybe.
from the ad break. If you hate ads, consider a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
See, the piggies I can just push back in. Oh, I think they calmed down now. This way. Oh no, piggy. This way. Go back in your cage, please. Back into the cage. No. Wrong button. What do you mean missing? Oh, workbench. Okay. I'm just breaking it down and pushing them in when I can.
Want me to go get our stuff while you do that?
Sure. Oh, there's a pig on the roof.
What? Reminds me of that video of that cow on the roof.
Don't worry, Sharkbait, I won't tell a soul, I promise.
He already told everyone in his Discord.
No, I would never.
Hey, is Rexy here?
You hear, Rexy?
I haven't seen Rexy in ages.
Come on, get in. Be a good piggy.
Oh, shit. I made a boo-boo.
What'd you do?
I spun around and hit a deer, and right behind the deer was that fucking bear.
Those things are so freaking stealthy.
Yeah, it's actually nuts.
Hi, Rexy. Thank you for the lurk.
Hey, Rexy.
The boars are
Good
hungry.
to see you.
Greg loves me. Oh my gosh, thank you, Greg.
Could you name another one?
No, Aki named it.
Oh.
I told everybody they can name a boar. Okay, I'm gonna hold berries in my hand. I'm gonna see if it follows me like in Minecraft. You can't eat more raspberries. What? I'm not trying to eat them. I wanna. Come on, Greg. Greg. Come on. Psst, 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 psst. Can't push him.
Da, 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 da.
Real good. He's stuck in this one corner. Wait, if I drop some berries, will you be more willing to cooperate? You won't be hungry anymore?
Absolutely not. Need that. I don't need
Now he's
that.
happy,
Don't need that.
but he won't follow me. Come on.
Follow
Stop.
me.
There's nothing back here for you, you dumb animal. Go. I'm gonna slaughter this one. Hey T, welcome back. Listen to me. Oh, I punched the fence.
Jeez.
Get back to your gate. I can't hit it.
Jack has got them anger issues today.
Yeah, sorry.
He's hitting the fence and shit.
Sorry, I didn't want you guys to see that side of me.
Sounds like a song.
Oh, I'm riding the hog now. Hog rider. All right, come on, go. What is it about this one particular spot? Okay, I gotta figure something out here. Okay, you know what? I give up. I don't care. You know what, Greg? Fine. Fine, I don't care. Look, see? I don't care. I gotta put the stuff away.
That's so dumb.
Like, you ever seen those parents, like, when they're leaving and their kid won't follow them, so they're like, all right, bye. Bye, I'm leaving,
Yeah.
bye.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Funny how that works, huh? It's scared? No,
kids
it's
have-
not.
That's because kids have FOMO.
Look, it says tame, happy. He's not scared. And he loves me.
Alright, I can't bring back any copper because the armor's quite heavy.
Okay, I'm coming back. It doesn't remember its mother. It's okay.
Old mother slacker.
Yeah, I'm its mother. I'm your mother now, piggy.
The fuck is shooting arrows at me? Oh, that'll be
When
a
I
fucking
when
skeleton.
I mute, does it mute me in Discord?
Mute, 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 mute. Hey, slacker, I'm just over here. I've got your armor and shit.
Oh, okay. I see ya. Look at me.
think they
I'm
might-
the mother now. Oh, hi, skeleton.
Yeah. I'm about to say there might be a skeleton chasing me.
Oh my god. Tia, I'm so sorry, but that's also kind of funny. Because because, you know, your mom always tells you, like, when you're a boy, to put the seat down. So to hear that that actually happened to somebody, it's like, reminds me of South Park.
You know, they could just put the seat up.
That's exactly what they were saying on South Park. Why don't you just put the seat up? That's all my equipment, but like, if you bastard, but if you got like any of the copper or whatever that I mined, then you can just hold on to it.
I don't, because I didn't have enough space.
Okay, well,
I do. I have the tin though.
I gotta go repair. Hello, Merlin or Marlin?
Yo.
I'm gonna say Merlin. It looks like an E. Hi, Merlin. Hello, Sadler. Welcome, welcome.
Dadler.
Sadler. Like, oh, what's her name from Red Dead Redemption? Sadie. No, that's Sadie Adler, not Sadler. Never mind. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. Damn it.
I was wondering where you were going.
I said it right? Oh, awesome. Hi. Hello, Merlin. Merlin's beard.
Oh, my flatmate must have just gone out for a joint because he sprayed all the smellies everywhere. I got a fan next to my desk, and it's funny because I know when it's happened because all of a sudden my face will just get assaulted by the fan with his like good smelling spray.
It's like those teenagers when they like put the towel under the door and they spray a bunch of like body spray, and the parents are like You moron. We know when you're smoking because we smell body spray everywhere. How's my...
I used to get it from my teenager because one day she brought home that synthetic marijuana stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, absolutely not. Whenever you want it from now on, you just come to me.
My night is going fantastic, Merlin. Thank you for asking. How is your day or night?
Day and night. Whoops.
I used to know that. Know the lyrics to that song.
The lonely soldier seems to free his night and night. So alone the ship will never.
Maybe we could be able to like combine spears with gray dwarf heads and create like a bunch of heads on pikes so they stop coming to the freaking our place. Excuse me. All right, what do I need to repair my spear?
You need to do it at the middle one.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Your dad has it all in one spot. Oh. So, like, you know then, right? You're like, oh, I know when Dad's doing that. Like... Okay, I need some...
Some drink. Hey, there's Wilbur's out.
Yeah, Wilbur's out. I can't get him back in. Hey, thank you for the follow, Merlin. You're
so did you say there was a... Oh, what did I just do there?
Okay, there's repair. Alright, for some reason I couldn't find the repair thing.
So did you say there was a way to update your skills?
No. I thought there was. Because I saw the skills tab and I'm like, oh, are we gaining like skill points or something? But no, it's just a way to check on your skills. Sorry, I'm a bit stupid. Oh, thank you, Merlin. Appreciate it. What are 1 to 3 favorite games? Well, I can tell you straight up, my ultimate favorite game is Twilight Princess. And then my second favorite game is Majora's Mask. And then my third favorite game is probably San Andreas. You can just make this boar infinitely love me.
Love me, boy.
Love me, say that you love me. Need me.
35 versus 45.
Fool me, go on and fool me.
Bella.
Is Bella here?
Yeah, and she played Have an Angry Wank on my page.
Do I know who you are, Sally? What? Who are you saying? Who are you calling Sally?
Yeah, it must be a Mustang with a name like that.
Mustang Sally. All you want to do is ride around, Sally. Ride, Sally, ride. I watched a movie about that song.
Slacker slacking off the boar.
Oh. Giving them all the old slack off, huh? You know that usually costs extra.
I know, you usually got to pay premium prices for that.
Alright, now that and I don't even have the hammer. Whatever.
Gotta give him that hot tub.
Is that what you call... No, Merlin, that is not what you call me. So, don't. Why is my mouth not moving? Oh my goodness, what broke now? It's always
What am I missing?
something.
I don't have enough wood, Bella.
I'm giving it all she's got. I can't give it any more. Okay, or no. I'm giving it all I got. I said it incorrectly. Okay, is my mouth moving again? Nope. Alright, I need to restart Waterdo real quick.
Does that mean everything restarts, or?
No. Just Waterdo. Because
Look what I
the
got.
lip syncing's not working. The joys of being a VTuber. Well, Savant is just a title. You can call me Slacker.
You blew your whole load, Bella.
Oh, that's why my TikTok notifications haven't been going off. Because Tickfinity decided to log me out.
Infinity. Oh, I've run out of shit.
Okay, there we
and
go.
I've
So
put middle back.
Slacker should be popping back
Have you
up
seen
here in a
these?
second.
Have you seen these cakes though on my Viking? Look at the Viking
Yes,
cakes.
Tia, I know who you are. Excuse me, I know who you are. My voice
I don't know
cracked.
who you are.
You blew your whole load of points.
Yeah, she kept
Hello.
playing stuff on my.
You gotta make him pay for that first. You're the only person who says Finnish words in my chat, so yes, it is you. Perkele.
Finish words.
Yeah,
Is it like
she
after
never,
you? Is it?
she never
is it like
starts
after
them.
after you're done words, or
Yeah. Never
it
starts them.
finish?
She only finishes them. No,
you finish all your words?
can't have any more. Okay, there we go. Back to the game. Thank you for being
Okay.
patient, everybody.
Look what I got.
Whoa, what is that? Oh, is that a glaive?
It's no, it's L. What? How do you pronounce it again? Outgear.
No, let me see.
Yeah. It's like a double-handed spear.
Hitler, are you saying perra? I can't roll my R's properly right now. Perra.
Pira.
Pinche perra.
Pira. With a slight roll.
Being tapped and told not to say that word.
Was that by your wife?
Atgia, yeah. Do not say such words in Spanish, stupid slacker.
I like me some rolls too, Bella. Don't worry.
Yes, I do know Spanish, Merlin. Un poco.
Oh, sleep is a river and dreams are live fish. You wake up in the morning with your net empty. Ugh.
Are you guys
Right.
liking the side eye? Oh, where are you from?
My mama. God, it's foggy out here.
Just like when you visit San Francisco.
I mean,
Ah,
I'm here.
breathe in that air.
I'm here. I'm here, Bella, and I'm inappropriate enough for both of us, so it's really fine.
Oh, it's okay, Bella. Don't even sweat it. I'm a big boy. I can handle it.
It's a dangerous thing to say around me and Bella.
El Salvador. Bienvenidos, mi amigo. O amiga. No sé.
Yeah. You don't want to do the hard
Emma's looking at the live. And she's swatting at me. Miga, okay. Claro, claro.
Rewind.
Oh, she got you there. She's at your mom's butt.
What?
Alright, do we... Holy shit, these bears. He's literally just
Yeah, they
waiting
come out
there.
of nowhere.
Hey, you little bastard. Think ye can hide behind the trees?
What you talking about my mum's butt about?
She said from your mom's butt, more like. You're two from the north? What do you mean? Well, maybe if you taught me more Finnish words, then I could curse in Finnish. And then I'd be able to mix Finnish and Spanish.
You're gonna curse and finish.
Yeah. The only word I know is perkele.
You're gonna
learned-
get hit again soon.
Curse words from in Swedish from Joel. I only know Vafan.
I did not hear about your story, Bella. What happened?
Rutka. Is that another one? Hear you, bear. How
He's
do I
being very
hear a bear
quiet.
but not see it?
Oh, he's not very quiet then.
That is very unbecoming.
I'm becoming.
I hear you. Oh, there you are. And a troll. Ay, ay, ay.
Ay ay ay.
Me duele corazón.
Yeah, do a barrel roll.
Go away, troll. I don't want to fight you, troll. Oh my god, look at all these death markers. I feel like I'm gonna erase those so nobody sees
Are you
them.
talking about the word restarted?
Why are we teaching these things?
Why not?
Satan? Is Satan? Is that a bad word? Oro? Why are we
hope so.
teaching these things? Because it's funny. Porque yo soy un payaso.
What?
I'm a clown. Oh, these are all stone. I thought there was some copper in here. What you want? What you want?
I said what you want?
What you want? Oh, I threw that right at his dingus. That didn't do nothing.
That is dingus.
That is dingus. Go to Vito. You hear me, troll? You get out of here. You go to Vito. Perkele.
I could imagine that you're gonna get that for a long time yet too, Bella.
Wasn't there a who was it? It was like a podcaster or a streamer or somebody who thought that it was Linus Tech Tips. He thought the hard R was the R slur.
Yeah, that's what Bella did, and now her partner makes fun of her all the time for it.
That's okay, Bella.
We've all been there. My sister's got a great one where she was filling out a form once, and she got to the part where like nationality and stuff, and she's like, "What's an Ethiopian?" We still give her shit for that.
That is hilarious. I love that. What you do in the bathroom? You got 2 trolls on me. I'm
Two
playing
trolls?
fast and loose right now. I'm trying to have them mine the copper for me.
Don't be too loose with the trolls.
I can't help it. Something about that nose.
Oh,
Come
the
on.
Ethiopian took you a minute, Bella.
Ethiopian. I am from the continent Ethiopia. Na, 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 na. Da, na, 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 na.
We all started, my family, we all started out blonde, and then all our hair went dark.
I didn't blonde my whole life.
Oi!
Caramba. Okay, I'm out of here. Oh, you're here, Beaver. Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
Here
I
he
found my-
comes
yeah.
to save the day. You meant the fangs? What? Oh, you like the fox fangs? Can't leave home without them.
Without fox things.
Yeah, fox fangs. Can't leave home without them.
Oh, Jesus.
Am I sleeping? What kind? Wait, is Emma your kitty or your dog? Because I know you got your kitty.
Oh, I died.
Oh, Beaver, I told you not to.
I'm half cast, Bella, so I go white in the winter, and then I go dark as shit in the summer.
You're like a mink, or not a mink, a ferret. Wait, what do they call them in the other parts of the world? An ermine?
Ermine. No, ermines aren't ferrets. Ermines are like a weasel. Like a
Weasel,
little
there
white
you go.
weasel.
Hope I dodged too early. Okay, that's my cue.
Yeah,
to get out of here.
they're one of the most vicious like predators on the planet. Like,
Yeah, and ferrets are banned here in California because not only are they invasive, but they are so invasive, the native animals just will not stand a chance.
ermines are brutal, Bella.
Is she your who is who my sister?
Me, I'm your sister.
Yeah. Beaver's my brother from another
Oh.
mother.
I jumped right over a log and there was a bear right there and it fucking killed me.
Fucking bears, dude. Why did they turn the bears into ambush predators in this game?
I don't know, but it's ridiculous.
Are
I still
Viking
think I have
bears
to
really
leave.
that crazy? What's up?
Kind of said speedrunning deaths. I said I still think I have to leave.
He's got the any percent speed record for death. Actually, I think that might be me.
Wasn't even my fault, Bella. Why so mean to me?
Feet. Oh, damn. The trolls are caked up too.
You know, as you now I can't not see the fact that I forgot to bring fucking food with me. They're not actually wearing any pants. Okay, so I really don't need that one here anymore.
It's because it's a troll. They don't feel any pain. Did I say caked up? I did say caked up. I say, god dang. A troll got the whole bakery. He's caked as fuck.
No, I was joking anyway. I tell other people all the time that if I'm not making fun of you at least a little bit, I probably don't like you.
Are you? Oh, you're near me. You couldn't get this copper off me? Or like this troll leather, I guess?
You're uncomfy.
It reminds me of from Star Wars. He doesn't like you. I don't like you either.
You're right.
I think you're running away from me, Peter.
I'm trying to find my stuff.
Oh. I think then I need to drop. I mean, I want a troll cape. I'll come back for this copper. What's up?
Yeah, I'm trying to find my body, but I can't find it anywhere.
What's wrong, Tia? What are you fighting for dear life for? You're uncomfy with like talking about caked up bakery troll? What? Why? It's the truth. Did you see that thing? I could have hosted like 3 weddings with that cake. Troll cake, yeah. You know what? I've been thinking about, now that I'm using Streambot, I've been thinking of implementing the quote feature. So like a moderator could like make a quote, and then if I say something that's quote worthy, people can use the quote feature and it'll do like random different quotes from me. So you can, over the years, see how unhinged I am.
What the hell happened there?
Caked up and bricked up, yeah. Funny
That's the only
thing
way to
is,
be.
those things are linked causality, causally. One causes the other. Is what I'm trying to say. Oh, Bella, we all know everybody is an ass person. You're lying if you say you're not.
No, I'm just an ass.
Tunic, trousers. Where's the capes? How do you make a cape? There it is,
Capes
troll
are on
height
the
cape.
workbench.
Bone fragments? How do you get bone fragment?
There's some in the chest. One of my 3 at the other side. There'll be some bone fragments there.
Do I have to guess? Oh, here it is. One of us contains only bones. The other one contains only bone fragments. Choose wisely, Western man.
Western man.
Yeah, I got a cape.
No caps.
Remember to think bigly today. Okay, Trump.
You talking about me?
Yeah. Both are beef. The bone ass? Or the bone chest?
The bone chest. My favorite place to be.
Yeah. We all like a good bone chest.
Yeah, for about what, 20 seconds. Oh, fucking bear!
Okay, we gotta take care of this bear. I'm loving that the bears are the biggest threat to us at the moment. Hey, come on! I'll pick you up. Come on.
We gotta try this. Man, you're getting good at that.
Blocking. Oh my god, we're doing no damage. Are you kidding me? These things are beasts.
Oh yeah, bears are beasts.
That's not what I meant. Okay, it's just timing the block. My biggest thing right now. Yeah, if you time it just right, you can stun them. But it doesn't help when it misses its attacks. What the hell? Well, fuck. Well, oil be hooked. By the way, if a spear is one-handed, does that mean I can technically use a shield?
I think so, yeah.
Just look into that. Here comes the Grey Dwarf trying to finish the job.
It'd be fine if they attacked the fucking bear.
Yeah, come on, dwarves. Show some solidarity with us. Yeah, these things are definitely remind me of rune bears from Elden Ring. Such a pain in the ass to fight there, too. You're gonna fight me in the ring? Alright, bring it. Let's go. I'll kick your ass on.
Dirty.
Stab it in the butt.
I'm trying to, but I keep running out of stamina.
It's the hardest part of fighting in this game is the stamina.
Oh, that's a polearm. That's, oh shit. That's a polearm. That's why I'm doing less damage.
Oh, you're not proficient with them?
I'm getting better. I got like a 9 in that already.
Yeah.
Fuck you, bear. Ooh.
That's one dead bear.
Loincloth of the bear. What are those weapons? Holy shit, we're gonna go find out what that is.
Fucking BG3. Don't bring that up, please. You're the alpha. Okay. Sure.
That sounds like some red pill bullshit. It might have to be strong, but it doesn't have to be big.
Seasons don't fear the beaver.
Is it here? Paws of the bear. Oh, that's a weapon.
Loincloth of the bear. Covers all of the important bits. Oh, okay. Oh, it's berserker armor. Rawr, I'm the berserker.
Increase damage and regeneration, but weakens you against physical attacks.
Ooh, a tower shield.
You want the bronze
This one.
shield, dude. Bronze shield. We can make a bronze shield now.
Because then I could do more parries more easily.
Steve Perry.
Take Beanard for me? Yeah, I doubt it. Sorry, Foxy ain't going
Bean-
nowhere.
Beanard.
Beyond there, I don't know. I can't read Finnish. I don't know what she's saying. I'm gonna cook this bear meat. Alright, good night, Bella. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. So
See you later, Bella. Love your face, girl.
Yeah, you can try. I'm not even gonna pretend to try to read that. What is it? Hey, Toyota. I don't know. Alright, so bronze shield. Bronze buckler. Carry bonus
Can you make
2.
one now, or?
I need 10 bronze.
Okay, I've got 2 on me.
Ooh, Heart of the Forest. Oh, that's what the trophy's for. And that's what the ancient seeds are for.
Ancient seeds, I think, also make portals.
Frick. We gotta go get some of those then. Because Heart of the Forest is good. It's 25% health regen. And 50 adrenaline. Oh no, that is. Alright, let me see. Yeah, so I need 10 more bronze in order to make the bronze shield.
Cool, there's 2 in the chest. About to be 3.
Oh wow, bear meat heals a lot. That's a
I can
lot
imagine
of.
so.
Yeah, that's also a lot of health bonus. I'm gonna eat one, and you can eat when we leave.
We may as well. Yeah, I was about to say, don't eat it yet. Are you still in the chest?
No. Oh yes, I am. Sorry. I walked
I was
away.
like, how are
and I
you
didn't
over
close it.
there and still in the chest?
Telepathy.
All right.
Yeah, kitties are dramatic. I've noticed Pepper likes to cause trouble when I don't pay attention to her. Like, she'll come up and try to get my attention, but I'll be in the middle of doing something. And she's like, alright, then fine. Then she climbs up to, like, our microwave thing and then knocks something over.
I used to be like that when I was with the kids, man.
He knocked things over. Pay attention to
No,
me.
just annoying when I'm not getting paid attention to.
Oh, sleep time. Okay. There are enemies nearby. No, there are not. There we go. He just yells at you. Pay attention to me, damn it!
God damn it!
It says there are 31. Wait, oh, this was old messages. Why did none of this pop up? What gives? Kind of crazy how what do you call it, streaming in mobile format, how many more people come and watch. Because like for example, like my YouTube streams would probably have like
Yeah.
1 or 2 people. And now that I'm streaming mobile format as well to YouTube, it's like 30 plus people. So I'm just waiting for Twitch to do that. Let's see, do we got enough bronze? Yeah, we got 12 bronze. All right, so am I okay to use 10 of this bronze? Make me a shield. Oh, that's copper. Son of a... So
I was gonna say you must have had a bunch of on you. We need to go get 10.
Okay. Then back to mining.
Because we're miners.
Hey, don't say that. I'll get kicked. Hey Toji, how you doing? What's going on, my friend? Long time no see.
I mean, pretty sure they have my ID, so.
Yeah, they have mine too. You been okay? Good. Glad to hear it. I've been okay too. Thank you for asking. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome.
I was on Farming Simulator today.
Yeah.
25, and I did a job that took in real life time. It took like 2 hours.
Oh goodness.
But it was just fucking harvesting a field, putting it in a thing, and then taking it to the market. That's all.
I really want to play a game like I'm almost tempted to try to just make it myself, but like I want to play a game where like I can have like a little settlement, like, you know, a village or something. They grow stuff, they mine stuff, they craft stuff, and then I could like go and trade it.
That's mid game in Medieval Dynasty.
Oh man, that's the kind of stuff I want to do. What's up, Cryptic? Go ahead. I'm getting close to the 2K. Yes, I am, Toji. Although we're hitting kind of a lull at the moment because I'm losing as many followers as I'm gaining, and I think that's due to the new algorithm. Could just be that I'm, you know, how unbearably boring I am, but...
We need 10, so we need to be near the water.
Oh, okay. Rin Tin Tin. Yes, we are pretty close, Toji.
Pretty close to what?
2K followers on TikTok. I still owe a 12-hour stream. I wanted to do one so badly. Huh?
That was 26 copper.
Oh yeah, this must be this. Oh yeah, that was my 26 copper. Yeah. So I forgot to come get that.
Now I've got to drop a heap of stuff.
Turn down for what? Small streamer for now. Yep. I mean, the thing is, I've only been streaming for a year next year. Yeah, not me next year, next month. February is my 1-year streamiversary. But for TikTok, no. TikTok, I think in June. Like I think in June. 'Cause I didn't start streaming on TikTok until I got affiliate on Twitch.
I remember people because I got affiliate back when it was a bit harder to get it, you know, with the 50
too.
followers and shit.
Yeah.
And then everyone was telling me it takes a while, and I ended up getting it in 7 days.
It took me so freaking long. But also the thing is, I took a break in August of last year. No,
The other thing I should
2024.
mention, the other thing I really prefer to mention too about it is that I played with a lot of streamers at that stage too, so I had a lot of people helping me.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah. So like, I didn't do it by myself, but yeah, I was surprised even with that, with how quick it was.
There's a pretty decent snowstorm. All right, well, be careful then, Toji. All right.
Go dance in it.
But cover up though. You're gonna go dance in the snow.
Do a naked snow angel.
I do not condone this behavior. Do as you please. That person came in, said that they wanted to say something, and
They obviously wanted to say bye.
I think they just wanted to say, I want to say something. But yeah, I got, so I started streaming again February, because I started in February of 2024. And then I made it all the way to August. And then I had to move. And then once I moved, I came back in February once everything was like all back to normal. And that's
Gotcha.
when I started the actual affiliate grind. Because when I went on my hiatus, I was at like 20 followers, I think.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Tia. Just ice on the ground. Well, still be careful, okay?
Ice on the ground. Ice on the ground.
Ice on my fingers and my toes and on my toes. Yeah, check it. Cause we are the Aqua Teens. Make the homies say yo when the girlies wanna scream.
Man, I haven't heard anything about that in ages.
Aqua Teen, yeah. I haven't watched
Yeah.
Adult Swim in a hot minute. Thing is though, this is gonna be a hot take. They've been like pushing a lot of their good shit to the side, and they've been airing some real fucking bad stuff lately.
Aren't they gone?
No, they're still around. Cartoon Network is gone. Well,
Yeah, that's it.
for the most
Uh-oh.
part.
Uh-oh.
On Thursday you can stay for long because you have. Oh, okay. Cool.
I can't run. I need help because this
Oh.
troll's gonna come.
No, he's stuck in the water. You're good.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop this tin.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm still good. Well, as you know, Tuesdays and Thursdays are my maybe stream days, so maybe I'll be here Thursday. There's a good
You got-
chance I'll be here tomorrow. Just depends on what goes on in my life.
It's my life.
It's my life, it's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. Hi, skeleton. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Whoa.
oh, oh, oh.
Now, bud. Ooh, that is a 1-star brew. Okay, we gotta be careful here. It's my life, I say as I get hit. Really? I can't hit when I have the high ground? Oh, he can't hit me. Don't try it, Anakin. I have the high ground. Don't make me kill you. Ouch.
Hold on.
Okay, that's not fair.
It was fair a second ago.
Well, he can hit me while I'm swimming.
Fucking skeleton. Oh, why did I put my fucking weapon away?
Have fun, Tia. Have a good day at school, okay? It's I don't know why it's so funny to watch him swim. Where is he going?
He gave up on us.
He's swimming out to sea.
Hold up. There you go.
Bye. Oh, that was good. Oh, my damn replay buffer is still not on. Okay, well, what time was that? 2:30. Okay.
Oh, whoops. I was dying.
I'm dying. Help.
I said, what you want?
No. Please. Kill Brooklyn. Okay. The fact that your stuff gets unequipped when the water, like, pushes you up is annoying.
Yes.
Like, keep trying to push or punch the tin. Oh, we're back in the meadow.
Oh, we came out the other side.
Where are we on this damn map?
We're quite a while away now. I don't feel rested anymore.
I almost kind of feel like we should try to map out the coast of this island.
I mean, we could literally build a boat. Like, we could go back and build a boat, and then we could sail from island to island, but...
Right.
The other issue with that, though, is that if we die on another island, we then have to find our way back to that island.
Yeah, that's what happened in our... Bye, Tia. Anna says hi? Oh, hi, Anna.
Hi, Anna.
Yeah, that's what happened to me and my friends when we played Valheim together. We built a boat, and we made it to another island, and then we freaking died. And that was the point we were like, well, we don't want to go through that again, so I think we should just take a break, and then we never went back.
I would have just started again. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, we were so casual that kind of progress took us forever. So we were kind of like, you know, another 2 or 3 weeks of progress for another boat. I don't know. You know, like if it happens to you and I like, we'll probably just end up building 2 boats. That way, you know,
Well,
if we die while
what we should-
exploring.
We just need to find one of those stars. The something star? I can't remember what it is.
Go for a portal.
But, and then we should get the portal recipe, then we can build one at home.
Okay.
And then one where we travel, and if we die, we can just, yeah, fast travel.
Okay. The next spot is the snow, right? Because that's where the iron is.
Yeah.
But we need a copper pickaxe, right? Or bronze pickaxe.
Yeah, which we should be able to make. Oh no, maybe we need to beat the Elder actually.
What is the Elder? Skeleton?
It's a huge fucking tree that has like vines that it sprays at you and huge vines coming out of the ground.
Well, ain't that fantastic?
It's definitely more of a bow one, unless you're
Fire
feeling
arrow?
super confident. Yeah.
Hey, Born.
So maybe we should be hunting birds. Actually, there's one over there. Bro.
Welcome back
Man,
from
we
the
both
ad
suck
break.
at this.
If you hate ads, consider a sub or using your Twitch
Is
Prime.
it even
hell?
there?
I don't think so.
Oh, you fucker! It
It's
wasn't
a
there.
fake bird. Oh, this smells like a trap. Well, can't we get feathers from trees?
It's a 2.
Ooh,
It's a 2-star burrito.
get wrecked, son. Yep, I was definitely not in range for that.
On my screen, you were. We're just bullying him.
Wait, don't die. Okay, we're good. Alright. So we have found yet another black forest. Should
There's
be
more
another-
tin down here.
Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm full up.
Yeah, me too. Should we go back?
Yeah, let's go. It's funny because on the map it doesn't look like
Hey,
we've gone that far.
welcome back, Born. Turn down for what? Man, I need to go get a massage or something.
You and me both, man.
My neck.
Like I've been saying, like, you know that spot where your like your pelvis connects to your spine.
Yeah.
I need somebody to like get in there with like a jackhammer
Ooh.
and just like break up the freaking tension there.
You need someone to get in there and jackhammer.
Yes. Game is going fantastic, Born.
Yeah, it's actually going really good now. Like we kind of sit into a groove. Unlike last time we played where we died 50 billion times.
Isn't that how it is for us when we play survival games? We die, we die, we die, we hit a groove, we make a bunch of progress, die a few more times.
I'm really fucking good at 7 Days to Die. But most other survival games I'm just kind of mid at.
Oh man, we should probably do a stream of that too at some.
Hell yeah.
There's a couple of streamers I've seen who make like really big. They have like really big audiences just from playing survival games. So the interest is out there.
If you want a real struggle, we could play Green Hell.
Green Hell, I've heard of that. What is that?
It's like a survival game with a real good story, but also you have to manage like your carbohydrates, fats, and stuff like that as
Jesus
well. When you're,
Christ.
yeah. If
I
you
can't even do that in real life.
if you start going crazy, you start seeing shit like that's not there.
That sounds like it's right at my alley. Or,
It's a good game, but it's really hard when you first start playing.
Have you you heard of the, what's it called? Is it The Forest or Sons of the Forest? What's the one that has the three-legged android girl?
Sons of the Forest.
Sons of the Forest, yeah.
I've never
heard
actually
good
played
things
that
about
one. Hey, if you've got 7 Days to Die, Born, you're more than welcome to play with us. Or even Valheim. Like, more the merrier.
Yeah, you don't got to worry about dying instantly in this game. We all die. Then you get your equipment and you get into your groove and everything's gravy, baby.
It's the gravy, baby.
Oh, we must be near a cave.
I can't see a cave. Oh, what's this? Oh, shit.
Where are you?
You should be able to see me on the map.
Ooh, carrot seeds.
Oh, yeah, I got some of those as well. I don't know how to plant them yet.
Yeah, me neither. I was trying to grow some things and it was just like, what do you want to use it with? And it's like the ground, stupid.
There's a little fortress over here I'm just going to check out. Right, I remember where it fucking is. There it is.
Knock, knock, who's there?
Where's Johnny?
Here's Johnny.
It doesn't say here's Johnny.
Johnny, Johnny, yes, Papa.
God.
Oh, that's probably death. Oh, never mind. That's barely doing
Oh, you're
any
full
damage.
health. Yeah.
Before that thing would 3-tick me.
That's a terrible way to put it.
Why?
I don't know. It just sounded dirty.
Everything sounds dirty to you.
Yes. If it wasn't for the gutter, my mind wouldn't have anywhere to live.
You know, it's funny. Speaking of the Johnny Johnny Yes Papa song, I found out that freaking Baby Shark song makes Coco Melon like $160,000 a month. I was like,
That doesn't.
yeah, that song alone, and then they have like hundreds of other songs that all have billions of views. That channel is raking in cash.
Oh yeah, they're
Hey,
printing.
Ali.
They're basically printing money.
Yeah. All just from dumb little babies too, just sitting there, yeah, Coco Melon. Like, Jesus, that baby money is a lot. That's lucrative. I gotta
That's
get
why.
in.
That's why the Wiggles decided that instead of continuing to be a rock band, they were going to become a children's performance.
Wait, what do you mean? They were a rock band before?
Yeah, the Wiggles originally were a rock band. They used to play in pubs.
They were like,
And then that,
damn, get a load of this. We can
and the-
make thousands a month.
yeah, and like back when I was younger, they were making a profit of like $80 million a year.
Jeez.
And so it'll be heaps more now. And they still own the brand, and they just do what High Five did, and fucking they just hire new actors.
Have I ever played Yakuza 0? I have not played Yakuza 0. I would play it though. No, that's is that a bear or is that a rock? That's a rock. But I would not be opposed to playing it. Because I know the Yakuza games are a lot of fun.
I can't remember what it's called, but there's one that's kind of in the same realm as that. And you play as like a ex-lawyer turned reporter. And it's kind of like Yakuza. But you gotta like solve mysteries and shit. It's fucking dope. It's one of the best games I played in ages on the PlayStation Store.
I've not heard of that. Sounds
Yeah.
interesting though.
It's like a semi-open city game with like kung fu and stuff, and you can change forms like mid-battle.
No! Pig, go back inside. Go back inside, pig. Please. Greg, go
kill it.
back inside. Oh my god. Go back inside. No! Well, bye, Greg. It's like when my fucking cat gets out.
Oh, it's
Pig's
Wilbur.
gone. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's frightened.
Now Greg, he took off into the woods. Well,
So is Wilbur.
funny how those were both our original ones. Now they're just gone.
Wilbur loves you, and then he died.
Do you love me, Wilbur? Do you? Now do you love me? Do you love me? Now do you love me? Now that I am gone.
Let's just so no one knows.
You didn't see him.
There you go. Oh look, he's alive.
Yay, Wilbur's back. Or didn't go anywhere. Wilbur's been here the whole time. Hey, Aki.
Is
Oh,
that-
you gotta go? Okay. Bye, Aki. Have a good night. Did I get snow?
Aaron?
No. I live in the Bay Area of California. There is no snow here.
California.
California alarm.
Dun, 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 dun,
What?
dun.
What, Aki? Hold on. Why is my mouth tracking being so stupid today? This is really frustrating.
Probably just teething problems with like the new software.
No, it's voice mod. It keeps like nuking the freaking mic input, and it's so annoying. Currently. Okay, let's see if this helps at all. If I pump this up, how about now? Is it? Ba 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 ba. Nope, still not working.
Do you have any ancient seeds?
I think there's one in one of the things.
There's one in my chest.
Yeah, that's the only one I know of.
Yeah, because I think we need 3 of those to summon the Elder Wood.
Oh, okay. Waterdo is, yeah, Waterdo is just not behaving today. I tried to resync. It crashed.
Tried to NSYNC.
Yeah, I tried to in sync. Bye, 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 bye. Actually, that's back super cool.
No, that was NSYNC.
Is it?
Yeah.
The 90s were too far back. Wanna be a fool for you.
Just another villain in the game or two. Oh, I got 12 in there that time. 12 out of 10 in the smelter.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, I froze again. Sorry. Waterdo is misbehaving today. I don't know why. Oh, it ain't no lie, baby. Bye, bye, bye. Maybe it's my sensitivity.
You're just feeling so sensitive today.
Yeah. I'm a sensitive boy.
All right. Hey, we need to
Okay.
go bird hunt.
There we go. I mean, the lip syncing is back now, so I really wish I could know what is causing it to constantly break. Okay, now I can wake up. There's a pig in the house. Hey, Wilbur. As long as you stay here in the house, you're safe, okay?
I'm gonna go bird hunting.
Trapped him. Wilbur loves me. I hope so. We take good care of our animals here.
Tell that to the 2 that just escaped.
Hey, they were waiting behind that door. They wanted out, man. But yeah, like my freaking cat does that all the time. You know, I take such good care of her. I give her the best food. I love her. And then I open the door and she's like, I'm out.
That's his cat's fee, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Little shiters. Alright, so what is the thing to start growing stuff?
Maybe buy a hoe and plant them in the hoed stuff.
I have a hoe. Hold on, place, remove, build menu, cycle snapping, copy. Oh, that doesn't do anything. This only levels the ground. And then when I try to use the seeds, it goes, use carrot seed on what? Use it on the ground, stupid. What's my cat's name? My cat's name is Pepper.
Pepper cat.
Pepper Kitty. And I have a million nicknames for her. Does it need to be by water? You know what? That's smart. Maybe.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Let's see. I just need to look through the tools that we can make. We can make a hoe. That's all we can make on the workbench. So let me check the...
God damn it.
Can we make... Bronze spear, buckler, sword... Nope. Valheim Compendium. Alright. Does it say anything about farming? Trader Haldor.
Yeah, there's a trader.
Interesting. Settling in, smelter, or inventory code. Tools used for landscaping. You can say it's a perfect complement on it. Use it to clear the ground and manipulate it. Nope. Alright. Hammer, Forsaken Trophy, Alter Food. No. Encumbrance, Eikthyr, Dungeons, Death, Cold, Message. Huh. Well. I'm less stumped.
Just straight up search on how to farm.
I guess I'm gonna have to. Valheim. How to farm. Requires a cultivator, 5 core wood and 5 bronze. What is core wood? The fucking pitchfork. Made at the forge, it becomes available to craft once the player has obtained bronze and core wood. Okay, what is core wood? Core wood is a different type of wood used in early building and crafting recipes. The main benefit of core wood compared with common wood is a greater support factor. Chop pine trees. Are we able to cut pine yet? What does pine need? A stone axe or better? Oh, so we can cut pine. Alright, I'll go do that right now. So apparently, no, it does not need to be by water. But that was a great idea, Allie.
Yeah, I wouldn't even thought about that. Okay, where's pine trees?
Black Forest. Oh no, put it back. Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me.
It's every time someone says it. That's the first thing that comes to my head. Oh, you can get feathers from trees as well, eh?
Yeah, I said that earlier.
I
The
didn't.
beaver was not listening to me.
I mean, that's pretty canon for beaver.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't have enough money to pay attention, dude.
Oh yeah, same here. When they say penny for your thoughts, that'll put me deep into debt.
Joyner Lucas has one of the best lines, and it's like, was asked to pay attention but couldn't afford it or some shit. Oh, was asked to pay attention but it got expensive is the lyric. Yeah, it's such a good line.
I need to. You said you joined the Discord server, right, Allie? 'Cause I need to put more pictures of Pepper there. I have some from when she was a kitten, and now, because she's still technically a kitten, because she's only about 8 months old. But she's a big girl. That's fur, and I can't chop fur, right? Oh, I can chop fur, but it said pine. There we go, pine. That troll's waiting. I see him. Yeah, she's just a baby. Apple of my eye.
Stone throwing bitch.
Yo. All right. Oh, we can now make bronze pickaxes.
Fuck yeah.
There she is, your muse, your Venus. God, how are
I'm your arena.
Have you ever seen the movie A Knight's Tale?
Yes.
One of my favorite non-animated movies.
That's the first time I met the guy that plays fuck, what's his name? Vision.
I'm guessing. Oh, Jude Law?
Yeah. No, Jude Law doesn't play Vision.
No? Wait. It's Jude something, right?
Remember.
Hold on, let me see. Yeah, that's him.
Vision from the Avengers.
Mm-hmm. And he plays
Jude
the...
Law. Jude Law
Oh,
doesn't
wait,
play
no.
Vision.
Hold on. I'm seeing his face now. Oh, he has a different name. Paul Bettany. There we go.
Yeah, that's it.
Eric, can you fuck off, please? Who's that person that just took your wood? That's Beaver. It's the person I'm playing with.
What's up?
Can you hear him, by the way? You know, I never actually like checked to see if you guys are able to hear him on TikTok. Okay, troll. Really? You just happened to wander this direction? You just hear me? Okay, well that explains. That explains why people thought I was talking to myself. Okay, not microphone device. We want to do audio. Audio source, and I think I can just grab this. Dude, fuck off. Holy shit.
Uh-oh.
You know, the problem is that Paul Bettany and Jude Law look the same in my mind. Yeah, he plays Geoffrey Chaucer in that movie. Okay, here we go. Now I can grab Discord. Alright, say something, Beaver.
Something Beaver.
Nope, that did not work. Okay. Okay, why? Why are you being such an asshole? Okay, say something again.
Something again.
There we go. That's the correct one. Alright, now can you hear him, Allie?
What up, Ellie?
Forest is moving? What? What does that mean?
That means we're about to get a fucking horde.
Cool. Hey, you mind not attacking my fucking house, bro?
See that? I just beat a brute with my bare hands.
Nice. Have we been here too long? Is that why they're mad?
They're just always mad.
He can't see you though. You can hear him, but he can't see or hear you.
Yeah, not unless you go to TikTok. Oh shit.
You mean Twitch? If you go to Twitch, then he can see you. Oh my god. Yeah, that's a horde. Holy shite. Hey, you mind leaving our pigs alone?
You alright?
Good. They really want our pig, dude.
What do you want? Why would you show up now? Whew. Right, the other brute's down.
Alright. Pigs have been defended. What do you mean see you? I mean your chat. Sorry, I don't mean physically see you.
I can do that though.
See everything. Hello, bird. What do you want now? Oops. Monsters will lay siege to your camp from time to time. Strength of arms does not guarantee you a victory in these situations. Build a strong defense to weather out the storm. Yeah, I know. That's why I had the foresight when we started this game to build these walls. Okay, so I think we'll make my shield first before I go making the farming tools.
I gotta eat more wood.
Hello, Lucia. Thank you for the follow over on Twitch. Welcome, welcome.
I love that name.
Lucia?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice name. Hello, hello. How's it going? Oh, it's Allie? Hi, Allie. How's it going? Oh, I don't have any tin. Or coal, I mean. Yeah, so now Beaver can see you if you type in chat. And you can talk to him.
Hey, Ellie.
Or wood. Good.
What's going on, man? Hey. Great to have you here. What am I missing for? Thank you for the follow.
Ooh, we got 2 ancient seeds now.
I appreciate you, Lucia, or Ellie, depending on what you like to be called.
All right.
Bye. Man, I think I've had. I'm not leaving anytime soon, but like, I think I've had too much screen time today. You know, when you get that low-key eye strain.
Oh, yeah, that's me at work.
Yeah.
Because I'm just on my computer all day long, just staring at it. Yeah, and then my eyes after a while are just like screaming at me. And then the problem is, when I'm at my office, it's like a 50-minute commute back home. So I spend all day staring at a screen, and then I gotta spend all day staring at a road, or the rest of the time staring at a road.
That sucks.
Ugh.
Okay, we need to build the upgrade to this.
The what?
The anvil.
Oh, does it take bronze at all?
I can't remember where to.
Let me see. That will be. Oh, it's probably gonna be with the hammer. Let me grab my hammer.
Oh yeah, I've got a hammer on me.
Armor down. Forward stack. Oh, okay. I see. I get the picture. Right, furniture.
I get knocked down. Hammer
Get up, you
time.
get down. I get up again. Never
let's,
gonna keep
let's,
me down. Tanning rack.
let's just hit the hammer time. Mead?
Stop.
Mead kettle?
Stop. Okay, anvil. Oh, it does take bronze. Right. Okay, well, it's 2 bronze. Well, this is more important anyways. Okay, so takes 2 bronze and some wood. Let me grab some.
Wait.
Does that go next to the smithy?
Yeah.
Did I put my wood? There we go. Uh-oh. I can't put it here. Oh wait, yes I can.
Why not? Yeah, just put it here where I'm standing.
Oh, it attaches to this, not to the frick. Okay, got it. For some reason, I thought it attached to the forge, not to the smith thing.
Forge level
Forge
2.
level 2. We can now make
Pigs in space.
pigs in space. Cultivator. We're not gonna make that yet. We need our other gear.
Yeah, so we need a raw. I tell you what, you have the first lot of tools, whatever you want, and I will go and.
Well, I just want a shield, but if we're not ready for a shield yet, then
Oh, we good. You make whatever you want.
all right. Jeez.
No, we can't condone that. No, we can't live.
Ah, we are 1 bronze short.
No, we're not. No, we're not. Get out of the chest a second. Where is it? This. Bigger.
Domo arigato. Okay.
And what was I gonna make?
Buckler.
What I need? Resin.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah,
what I'm talking about.
baby.
I look like
One
a
more.
real Viking.
I'm just checking if you have any feathers anywhere.
Oh, yeah, you can check my scattered chest. All right, so now we're gonna need more copper and whatnot, right? Or bronze. Yo, what's up, SKZ? How you doing?
Honestly, that's basically going to be the thing until further notice.
I can live with that. All right, bye.
It'll be like, oh, need more. Oh, can we make a new bow yet?
You can't sleep? Why, is it too early, or is the insomnia hitting you?
No.
Hey, warrior, what does that bird want now?
Bro, I'm right there with you. I've got like a sore tooth as well.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's alright. It's not your fault.
How about that? Come here and I'll wallop you one. We'll get that tooth knocked out.
And that'd be lovely, actually.
Yeah, no, I had the same stuff going on. I had a impacted tooth and I ended up needing a freaking root canal. Like it is so easy for bad things to happen to your teeth, no matter like how well you take care of them.
I had a root canal, and then when they had to remove a tooth, they knocked the crown out.
Ugh.
And now I've just got a bit of metal stuck coming out where it used to be.
You know, here in the States, there's a company called Western Dental. They're the absolute worst dentist you could ever possibly go to. And my mom has a horror story about where she needed to go in for, it was like a simple, I think, wisdom tooth extraction. And they fucked it up so badly that they like cracked her jaw or something like that. And so she's got like permanent pain on that side. And they're basically like, nothing we can do about it. Sorry. It's just like, yeah, just don't ever go to them ever.
So it's a bit expensive for me to go to them anyway.
Yeah, don't do it.
Mainly because there isn't one here and I have to fly to the States. La 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 la.
Geez, did they not give you any anesthetic or anything? That sounds terrible. I'm so sorry.
It's gonna sound like a weird fucking question, but are you a ginger?
That is a weird fucking question. What the hell's wrong with you?
My friend's a ginger, and his anesthetic wears off so quickly that they have to like redo it halfway through.
I've heard of some people that have a like genetic predisposition to anesthetic just not working on them. That's gotta be miserable.
Yeah, so that's the ginger gene. Painkillers don't last as long.
My goodness. Novocaine shots of... Oh.
Yeah.
Man, I feel for you. If you're one of those people where it just does not work on you, I feel for you. Come on, let me parry you.
Where are you?
I'm going, because we've been going in like a straight line. I'm heading south. I want to see if there's like anything closer for us to get more tin. I think I'm stumbling upon more land. Yeah, there's a lot more land to this area.
I mean, we had 18 tin in the thing.
Well, isn't that what we're missing the most of, or do we need copper now?
I mean, I think we're good for a little while on both, to be honest. Like, oh, probably not. We probably always need it, but you know what I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah, there's a black forest literally south of us.
surrounded by the black forest.
Surrounded on all sides. But where's the ham, though? I was told
Man,
that there'd be ham here.
Most of my hair is going grey now, so who knows what I am these days. Getting my wisdom highlights.
My blonde hair is still holding out strong.
You wait.
There's a little bit of brunette coming through. I think because my father was a brunette and my mother was a true blonde. Like most of the women on my mother's side were like pure blondes. So that I've been a platinum blonde my entire life. But as I get older, it's starting to turn a little bit brunette. But boy, is it holding on. Blonde, that is.
Gotta wait for some of this shit to finish processing.
Kind of want to play this? Yeah, go for it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's tons of fun, and there's still like I think 5 bosses that we need to kill. So there's tons more progress for us to make.
I don't know about console. Is this on console?
I do not know. That is a good question. Let me see. Let's see. Valheim. Yeah, it looks like it's on Xbox.
Nice.
Wait, what's game preview mean? It says Valheim game preview. Cloud playable with Xbox Game Pass Essential. Okay, so I guess it's not on the Xbox, but you can play it using Game Pass. Play with Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, PC, Xbox Cloud Game. Okay, this is confusing. Yes.
It's both a yes and a no, to be honest with you. It's like, yes, you can play it on Xbox, but you have to use their streaming service.
Same. I'm really hating this new push for cloud gaming.
Yeah.
Everybody should be vehemently against cloud gaming. Like, we should be hearing people saying, fuck you, no cloud gaming. Because and a lot of people will like try to claim accessibility, like, oh, it's better for like people who can't afford, you know, internet or can't afford a console or whatever. And it's like, yep, I get it. I 100% agree that, you know.
Yeah, but the issue is that they're already like telling people now that they can't spend anymore. Like,
they're basically trying to say, like, get used to not owning your PC, and it's like, no, you can go fuck yourself. There's not going to be...
They'll put a cap now because of the AI AI shit on how long you can play on that service.
Yeah, and that's so... What?
So you subscribe to it, right? And then they say, yeah, you're subscribed, but you can only play, you cap out at like this many hours a week.
Yeah, and that's where I draw the freaking line. Yeah, freaking one hit. I had my shield up, though. That's some bogus crap right there. Wow.
Wow.
Got my ass kicked.
Wow.
But it's like, no, I'm not going to rent my computer from Amazon. You're not going to sit there and tell me how long I can play video games for. Okay, if I want to sit on my ass and play video games for 18 hours in a day, my God-given right to do so. And I'm not going to let Jeff Bezos say that I can't. But they're going to sit there and try to claim accessibility, because they always do that. because it always gets like the bleeding heart people on board. Like, yeah, accessibility, and it's like, don't buy into that. It's a lie. Because what's going to happen is exactly what you described, what Beaver described. You know, it's going to start off small too. It's going to be like, oh, unlimited time. You can play as long as you want. And then eventually,
but that's what already happened.
But eventually they're going to start tiering it, where it's going to be like, okay, unlimited now costs $10 extra. And now you have these time tiers. Like, you can play for an hour. Oh, look at that. It's only $2 to play for an hour. And then they're going to tier it off even more. And they're going to completely get rid of the unlimited version. And you can no longer play unlimited. So it's just garbage. I don't trust it as far as I can throw it, and I can't throw it at all.
We might actually need more copper now.
Yep.
Than we do.
Seems that troll fucked off, so now I can get more copper. That's it. Where's that deposit that I found? Wait a minute. Did the hide? No, it's not a command on here. It's a redemption. So if you look in the on the thing called expired coupons on the bottom. Oh, you know, you got it? Okay.
Yeah, she knows, Slicker.
I'm making sure. I get paid to explain things to people, so, you know, sometimes it just comes with the territory. Force of habit. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Lucia 1238915 wants you to hydrate. Get to it, you thirsty bitch.
Yeah, hydrate.
If you be silly, then you'll be taking my job. That's a joke, by the way.
There you go. Thank you for the hydrate. Yeah, don't get too silly, or I'll throw you in silly jail.
Silly jail.
I really think we should think about upgrading our pickaxes first, if we're gonna have to get tons of more materials.
We can do one. I can do it for you now if you want.
Sure. This is taking a freaking millennium, and then it takes half the durability of the pickaxe to break like 2 or 3 rocks. So if we're gonna need to do this in bulk, then yeah, I need a better pickaxe.
And
What is
cool
silly
wood.
jail? You don't want to know. You don't want.
Oh, where'd all the core wood go?
The forge chest, I think.
Nope, there's none in there.
Well, I didn't touch it. Unless it got swapped around. Check my wood chest. 'Cause there's a chance it might have gotten swapped around with something.
Nope, it's not in my inventory. Nope, yeah, we don't. Apparently, we don't have any.
We got tons. Did we make... Wait a minute, is this Wilbur? Oh, it's Greg. Greg, go back home. Just casually out here wandering around. Come on, dude. Come back home.
No, no, I found it. It's in the wood just by the thing. It's alright.
Maybe I'll make a silly jail.
There you go. Now we need 9 more pieces of bronze to make another one.
Yeah, hopefully this speeds up mining, and then I can get more copper.
Greg, I know, we found him.
Oh, shoot.
Hey,
Okay,
what's up?
I got a few more minutes that I can test this out on.
Here you go.
Domo arigato. I'm gonna put these back. Hmm. More that I can put. Oh, there we go. Alright, well, my pickaxes are there. I'll put what copper I got into the chest.
Into the chewy.
I swapped things by accident. Alright. Let's go see how much more copper I get with this bad boy. Or how much easier this is going to get.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap. It frequently goes on sale too.
The people who made this game have always been really fair with their prices.
What we need more of. What the hell? Oh, this is a very tiny black forest. Okay. That's interesting.
It's not the size, it's how you use it.
Getting an ad break? Oh, yeah. Why is the ad break thing not disappearing? I'll have to look into that later. It's supposed to automatically clear out timer.
Three.
4, 5. Okay, 5 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. 6. Well, it's not much faster, interestingly enough.
It probably lasts a lot longer though. Oh, there's a troll coming at you.
For fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. Dude, I had my shield up. Ugh. Alright.
Wait. I got stuck on the smallest stone.
Yeah, it's always the worst when you get stuck on like tiny little geometry. Okie dokie. I'll check it out after stream.
By the way, I led the troll away from
Oh,
where
thank you.
you were mining. You might.
I think I'm just gonna claim my stuff and then I gotta
Get off?
And yeah.
Yeah, that's
wish-
cool.
I wish I could make this persistent though, so that you could like get on and play when I'm not around.
It's not the end of the world.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna save right here. Hold on, fucking freelings. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. Well, if I log out, is it gonna boot you out?
So, because I'm getting chased by a troll and shit.
Okay. Do you want me to wait?
No, you go.
Okay.
Sweet.
Alright. Well, that is the end for stream tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Right, well,
playing with
catch
me,
you later.
Beaver.
Cheers for the
Welcome back from the
follow,
ad break.
by the way.
If you
This
hate
year?
ads, consider a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
Oh, right when that ad ended. Okay. Alright, well, thank you for playing with me, Beaver.
Yeah, man, anytime.
Yeah,
I
well,
won't be. I won't be on tomorrow
okay,
because
all
I've
good.
got D&D and stuff. So
No worries, no worries. Yeah, if I stream tomorrow, I'll probably just be playing Zelda or something.
cool as. All right, I'll catch you later then.
Cool. All right, have fun, bud. Have a good
Bye.
one. Bye. Alrighty, TikTok or Twitch. Hang on. It's okay. It's okay, Ali. Nothing really happened at the end. I just went and got my stuff back. That's all. So you didn't miss much. But Twitch, hang on. I'm gonna say good night to TikTok. Doesn't look like there's anybody. Oh, there's one person. Okay. Well, good night to my single TikTok viewer. Thank you for watching. I might be back tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Yeah, take care. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Okay. Did it fully end? Yes, it fully ended. All right, Twitch, let's go ahead and... Yeah, I'm sorry. I have no control over those ad breaks. I have some control. I'll walk that back. I have some control, but not enough to like completely get rid of them, which is a bummer. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and raid out. So we got other people playing Valheim. Do you guys want to watch more Valheim? Or do you not care where we raid? Let's see, what do we got? What do we got? Not a lot of English streams though. So we might, yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna look for somebody else to raid. Because all of the Valheim streamers are non-English speakers. Which, by the way, if you're new here, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, you know, I know most of you guys are English speakers, so. And I am too, and I would not be able to communicate with that streamer. Oh my goodness. Let's go raid Mac. He's playing City of Heroes. Looks interesting. We're gonna go say hi to our homeboy Mac. And there we go, we're good. Alright. Thank you everybody for being here. Appreciate all of you. I appreciate all of you guys being here and talking to me and supporting. Like I said, I might be here tomorrow. And if we do, then I will be likely streaming some Zelda. I am sorry that you're in pain, Allie. That's no fun. I hope that you can actually sleep and whatnot. So have a pleasant night, okay? You guys take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful night. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.